More is oh good. We're live. Okay, morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You guys caught me in the middle of a watery eye issue. Sorry. Uh, I hope everyone's morning is going good, awesome. Because remember, today, once one start going, the other start going. Before you know it, you got a hot mess. Little today is the last day of this week where you have to go into the mines to do whatever mine stuff you have to do for the bosses, or if you're the boss, to keep the mayhem from spilling all off the table and running all on the floor, right? You're knocking it out, you're doing a good job, but today is your Friday. Somewhere around, depending on when you get off, I'm just gonna say around 1:32ish. Most people take off early, to about 5ish, right? Or some of you who stay later, it's your Friday. What you gonna do on this weekend? What you gonna do tonight? Have a beer, chill, grill something. Summer is fleeting. Oh my eyes. Summer is fleeting. So remember, if you don't use up all this summer, you're gonna have to wait a whole year to get some more next summer. Whew. So what are we talking about? Yesterday we talked about changing the show up because I gotta tell you, the 4 o'clock shows are 4 o'clock shows. First it was 7, then it was 4, then now it's 6. Something's not working. It's not working. It's not working out. Uh I like the morning shows. I'm like I said, I'm bright eyed and pushy, bushy tailed in the morning shows, right? Uh you get up, you do this show, it's an hour and a half about, but then you run your day, you do other stuff, life maintenance, right? God, my eyes just messing with me. You do all this life maintenance, uh run to the supermarket, run to the post office, picking up this package, mailing that package. And then by the time you get home, you got to do some cooking, do some family stuff, and then excuse me, and then hop back on. Some days it's problematic for me, so we're gonna switch that up. Um, we're still gonna do 1,000 days of guitar, 1,000 days. Mm. Maybe it won't be broadcast every day. We'll broadcast one of. Ugh, that needs more milk and more sugar. It feels like there's an eyelash trying to be a problem. Ah. Hmm. So yes, it's a nice day. Got up early. When I say early, I mean like 5. Excuse me. I mean like 5. Like the birds couldn't even mess with me. I mean, yesterday they woke me up at like I want to say about 5:30, 5:25, mucking around, being all naturey and flying, tweeting, and chasing each other. I guess as birds greet the day. And I was just kind of like, man, you people suck. They were right outside my window, squawking uh, like they had every right to. But oh my god, my eye is just really not cooperating. So, whew, you know what? Just leave it alone. Stop touching it and leave it alone. Just leave it alone. All right. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to leave it alone. Um. Yeah, man, it's a good day. So we're gonna sort of switch up the show instead of doing 7 in the mornings and 6 at nights. We will likely. Oh, I don't even know how. We're still gonna do a daily guitar thing. It just won't be twice a day, and maybe the ones that we do use will be better designed to learn guitar. But I started this so I could get away from politics because man, politics is making me crazy. I'm finding that I cannot get away from politics. I'm finding that It's one of the things that I'm obsessed with. But I can bring that back if I adjust this evening show. And in doing so, I can also, excuse me. And in doing so, I could also do other things like my cooking show, which is fairly decent. And then the thing would just become a blog, which is fine. I could play video games. I haven't played video games in a while. I love video games. So I'm trying to get back to that. The windows were closed yesterday, closed today. That might be a mental thing. Open the windows. What's the weather outside?
It's currently partly cloudy and 79 degrees.
Yeah, that's hot already. Let's put this over here. Let's see if we can charge this. No, you gotta do all the dancing around with this stupid. How do you get this thing to? Freaking finally. All right, what is that? Not a lot, apparently. All right, so what are we doing? And when is it all going to shift? I don't know. We started reading. I just put that down. We started reading. Sort of light news to wake us up and get going. That was a good idea. That was fun. But man, do we even want to? Is this even plugged in? No, it's not. Do we even want to go down this road, masking learning the guitar on the politics, which is not what we want to do. All right, that's not so bad. It's not what we want to do. We want to learn guitar to learn guitar. I'm beginning to think we don't want to muck it around with politics. Excuse me, which is fine. But new guitars at the beginning, not awesome. I'm still struggling with this one little ditty I learned, right? We're loving that. I love my progress. It has only been a month. So this will likely shift. We're going to keep the 20 days of daily guitar practice. It will not be twice a days, AM and PMs, but it will be every day. Don't know where in the day it will be, but it won't be 7 a.m. I can sleep an hour. And it'll probably be shorter, right? And I don't know how it's gonna, what the iteration of it will look like. But then I can also, like I said, do some other stuff, which is good. And I'll free up my day not to have like a live broadcast like this. I could tape these things and drop them. Those would be easier to do than a live broadcast. Speaking to you guys. But I also want to change enough stuff that, what is up with my nut? You know what? I feel like, oh, it's the hot tea. It has everything, hot tea, hot coffee, has everything melting in my face. Give me a second. Sorry, you didn't need to see that, did you? So yeah, you would tell me if I had a boogie hand on my nose, right? We're friends. You would tell me this. This is what friends do for each other. So yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Do we want to cut the fan on? Let's cut the fan on. And then fiddle on the guitar, because that's what this is about. So, dirt, calm down, everybody. Don't need to be on super high. So, this will also allow me to get my pudgy ass in shape. And frees up my night to go and film stuff at night or go someplace. And yeah, so this whole thing is going to shift. It was a noble try 1,000 days. We're still going to do 1,000 days, just not in this structured way. 2 a days, one in the morning, one's at night. But maybe we'll kick it to one session for 3 hours, because I can do that on my head. Just 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So yeah, again, I chalk it up to not being a young man anymore. Perfectly legitimate. Know when to say when, as the drinkers say. So we're streaming to both outlets. Let's check them, like we always have to check them. Oh. And then I could just play video games, which I haven't done in a bit. Okay, this is loud. But not as loud as I want it to be. Is it because this is turned down? But not as loud as I want it to be. Is it because this is turned down? That's exactly what it was. All right, at least we found that out. Let's put this back. Yeah, man. And let's remember, these morning people who have these shows, they get there like 4, and they have all this support staff to do shit for them. Which is fine, but I'm out here, no support staff, just me doing it every day. And that is also part of it. If I had a backup, if I had a crew, if I had a team, if I had, a system of safety, like not safety, but a system of, anyway, yeah, if I had a system, what is this? Oh, these are all awesome. And it was an hour ago. If I had a system, we'll just shrink this down, put this back over here, of people and energy and all this stuff running around, it'd be great. Now we have to wait for the image to come back, which is just, I guess it is what it is. That's another frustrating thing that I'd like to get away from. Then I could just drop a vid and call it a day, because I know that the vid will be clean, right? But all right, what are you going to do? This is about reinvention. I got to tell you, coffee in the morning, big ass coffee in the morning. Then I generally eat around, if I eat, I'll eat around, I want to say, I get home around 5:30, 6. But sometimes I miss that. And, we've had to have stuff on standby. But the 4 o'clock show, I was just hungry to like we do the 4 o'clock show to like 7:30, 8:30, right? So I was just hungry. Then I would eat afterwards, and that adds to the weight. No disrespect. I don't want to sound like a 12-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl complaining about her weight. But your weight's important on you, especially in a society where people have sort of all become Romans. They just want to sort of sit around and be waited on, and that is just not the mode, right? Warrior spirit doesn't mean actually running out, hitting stuff on the head and being a warrior. It could just be the idea that you're trying to get to a place, and you're not gonna fail at getting there, right? You have to have sort of an indomitable spirit. And that could be if you want to be a library. It doesn't have to be a physical thing. But with me, I wanted there to be a physical portion of it, right? I want to be fit to run around and do some stuff without the aid of a rascal scooter. And not like all families, I have stuff that run in my family. Like I think most Black people have high blood pressure, which is a salt issue, or diabetes, which is a sugar issue, right? So while I keep my eye on that, I'm also keeping my eye on these dead soldiers, which I have to sort of, I think I'm just gonna retire from. Yeah, man. Look, if you're a young person and you've been doing something, when I say young person, I mean younger than me. So, and you've been doing, I tell this to elders too. If you've been doing something for a while, you should check in with it occasionally to make sure it doesn't rule you. And some people wake up one day and they're addicted to everything. This feels really high. And it doesn't. It isn't. Let's just turn it that way then. So we tried some stuff yesterday. We moved the camera. The angle was horrible. And I was about this big in it when I put it on top of the TV. So it was too far away, even as I was standing here. So I had to get closer, but then the table was in the way. Then I was like, all right, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to reconfigure this whole thing and give it a good shuffling. It's 7:15. We have not been streaming for that long. Yeah, not awesome, but I do like learning this thing though. But I mean, where would I put guitar practice? When do I guess 4? We're going to come up with an actual schedule so we can get good at this thing. Then we're going to come up with an actual time frame where we can practice this thing to greatest effect. And then we're going to have to add a reach out mechanism. All right. Fa la 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 la. You know what? That fa la la has been in my head for about 2 weeks now. I don't know why. I've totally skipped Thanksgiving, Halloween. But I do like this morning vibe. But man, I got to tell you, maybe I'll keep the weekends because I really do enjoy the weekend shows where we sit here, talk, smoke, and play guitar for like 3 hours in the morning and then 3 hours at night. Those may stay. But the weekdays are straight murdering me. Murder. Plus, I'm going to be able to get out and meet other guitarists, right? And that's, I don't want to be tired when I do it. So maybe the live stuff will remain Saturday and Sunday mornings, Saturday and Sunday evenings. And once a week, for this guitar thing, I'll go to a guitar shop or guitar practice, or maybe I will hire a guitar teacher. And well, I don't know if he'll let me want to be on the show every week. That's ridiculous. But I don't know. We're gonna definitely professionalize up our flow without wrecking my body, my mentals. And plus, if I didn't have this time, we would not, no disrespecting. I'm not saying it's your fault. It's my fault. But if I didn't have to be here with you at 7 in the morning, I'm generally up about this time anyway. I wake up naturally early. I could go running, right? And then I could come back and go to work. I slightly have the same problem, but at least I'd be fitter. So if I did go running in the morning, no, but see what happened when I was running and exercising, I was always eating a banana or an apple or an orange, right? I was always sort of, because working out makes you fucking hungry, right? Your body goes, give me some energy. So that was when I was eating most of my fruits and vegetables and eating better. Here's my thing about it. I'm gonna give you guys my healthy eating advice. Not a dietitian or a nutritionist in any way, but my whole thing about eating right is you can't go on a diet. Diets are bullshit. Give up dieting. Dieting are bullshit. What you need to do is slightly adjust your life, right? That's it. Slightly adjust your life. So let's say like people who want to lose weight for like weddings and shit, they'll lose it and then they gain it back after the wedding. And that's bad for your body, depending on how old you are, but it can be bad for your body. Uh, because it's like yo-yo dieting, so you don't want that. What you want to do is go, well, I weigh 100 pounds and I should weigh 75 pounds. So instead of dieting to get the 100 pounds off and then gaining it, not get the 100 pounds off, to get the 25 pounds off and then gaining it back, what I do is walk a little here, jog a little there, eat. I won't eat after 7 p.m. And those little life adjustments. Hey, Rick, good to see you. Exactly. It's not about the things, it's not about not eating things. It's about regulating the things you eat. Exactly. And I would say you can eat it. You can have that steak or that big or that icy or that slushy that you like. Just don't have a bunch of them. Maybe don't get the giant large one. You know what I mean? But the idea of most people aren't active, right? So they'll come home, they'll drive to work, get in their car, drive, they'll walk out of the parking lot into their desk, they'll sit at their desk, right? At this point in American life, if you have a labor job, you're the lucky one. You really are. Uh, let's put this up. But yeah, so it's small changes, right? And then the weight will fall off naturally because you're like, oh well, nah, I don't eat after 7. But if I am hungry and I do eat after 7, it's either something in a much smaller bowl. I have tiny bowls in my house now, or I've got fruit salad in there. I've got a steak salad. I'll do up to say so at least it's greenery with your steak. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like a giant wad of it. And then you'll notice you won't even notice your weight loss. But what will happen is through the course of a few months, maybe 1 month you may have dropped 3 pounds. But people don't like 3 pounds in a month. They want 3 pounds in a week, a pound a day, right? So, but those will be permanent weight shifts. And it's not dieting. So you'll slowly. Yeah, that's exactly it. Thanks, Rick. So that's what you do. And then one day you'll look up and you'll go, like I drink a ton of water, um, a straight ton of water. Uh, I would totally recommend that. I don't drink any sodas unless I'm mixing it with alcohol, right? And if I do, it's ginger ale generally. But the what I do when I do, these are Deer Park, they're what sparkling triple berry water, natural flavored spring water. Yeah, so it's just monitoring that stuff, and you don't even have to be like pull out a calculator and be all, you know, and that then you'll get in your head about how many pounds did I lose and this diet or this diet. I'll try the next time. Don't do it. Just don't eat after 7. And I'm talking about if you're on a regular schedule. If you're on a midnight schedule, obviously you adjust. But yeah, what you eat matters. You can still cook. You can still go out. You can still kick it with your homies. But everything in moderation, I think is what they say. That there's something to be said about that. Everything in moderation. Um, I'm telling you, you could do cocaine in moderation, but few people can do it, right? You can do smoking in moderation, but few people can do it. I grew up, people would smoke very occasionally, then a little more, and then before they were smokers, right? That's the thing. So don't try anything with a curve like that. Just leave that stuff alone. Uh, have to drink with your boys. Try not to drink alone because you're alone more time than you're not, right? You'll be sitting in front of the TV drinking. That's not awesome. Uh, but I don't like what is it? when you ban stuff from your life. I replaced soda with LaCroix sparkling water, no sugar, and man, I feel much. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, especially, you know, that the society wants you addicted to something so you can keep coming back and buying them. They call it a revenue stream, right? One of the first one was tobacco, getting everybody addicted to stuff. So even if you didn't want it, you were going to buy a pack of cigarettes. Uh, and that's how that sad tragedy went. So many people died of cancer, and all these famous smokers encourage millions upon each one of those smokers, John Wayne, Marlboro Man, all these guys, encourage people to smoke. Oh yeah, I gave up tobacco a million years ago, but now I'm sort of in the back of the same boat with these CBD cigarettes. And like I said on the show a couple of days ago, I'm like, did I actually quit smoking? Did I mind fuck myself? You know what I mean? So yeah, now I'm like, and luckily it's not like tobacco. Tobacco has an addictive nature to it. The CBDs don't, and so I'm like, yeah, maybe I should give that a rest too. And that's just me on this journey of learning the guitar and trying to be a better version of me. I'm realizing the better version of me that I see isn't a smoker, and that happened this week. Just kind of like, yeah, maybe this should stop. Maybe the drinking nightly should stop. What did I miss in my ascent, right? What did I get snagged on as my little balloon rises? Did it get caught on a tree, or right? Because I'm not doing what I know I should be doing, where I want to be going. So yeah, I want to learn this thing. We're definitely going to learn this thing. There won't be 2-a-days anymore. Uh, I will likely. I like the morning show because it's so natural. I think it's because I'm wide awake and I'm up and I'm having coffee. But I think the morning show should go. That way I can run and jog and then get back here at 6 with you guys. Likely do an hour of an hour of commercials. Likely do an hour of guitar playing, and then immediately switch over to the pod and we can call in and talk about whatever. I think that would be a better version of this versus splitting it up an hour and a half in the morning and then 2 hours at night. I don't mind doing a nightly show for multiple hours. I just can't splice them into 2 segments. Uh, but we're still going to do 1,000 days, and I don't feel bad about it because we weren't doing 1,000 days twice a day. 2 days were what's the word I'm looking for? Ambitious. Was ambitious, but like I said yesterday, I'm not as young as I used to be. This is sort of beginning to smack me around a bit. So we'll adjust. Ugh. Yeah, tobacco is your next demon. I recommend you get rid of that demon as soon as possible. But I know, man, it is not easy to kick it. But a little, here's the thing of when I quit smoking. I don't know, it'll be the same. I think everybody is slightly different. The first 2 weeks were an amazing thing to get through. Every day felt like 6 months. And then when I got through 2 weeks, I still had cravings, but I was like, all right, I've got 2 weeks strung because 2 weeks was a thing in my head. I've got 2 weeks strung together. Maybe I can get 3 weeks strung together. Maybe I could get. And then I realized I was looking at all the dates. And I was like, all right, don't look at the dates, just look at the months, right? So by the time I got like 3 months, I felt good. If you were going to do 2-a-days, I would do one on chords and phrasing and the other on scales and lead. That is good. See, that is good. But we do have to come up with a schedule so we can do that, right? I mean, we have the schedule, but we have to actually write it out and stick it on up. But yeah, chorus and phrasing and scales and leads. Yeah, I was watching this video on how to write a song, and it wasn't lyrics; it was like music. So I actually have it here. I should just, but everyone writes songs differently, right? Should I even? Excuse me. Man, there's a lot going on in my. Okay, so where is it? Keep it. I'll put the Link in the description, as they say. Man, I'm gonna have to find this thing. Do I have to? Did the picture go? No, the picture didn't go. I have several methods. Some just come to me. The lyrics first, and sometimes I'll make a riff. And wow, okay, yeah. I would like they were saying some people will have the lyrics in their head, and then they write down the lyrics with kind of like a sort of a melody. So they come together like lyrics and sort of a melody. Other people just write the whole song out and it has no lyrics. Elton John is famous for this. Elton John is not a lyricist, right? Who's Elton John's writing partner? He write like Elton John would write the lyrics and someone else would write the music and someone else would write the lyrics. I was like, how do I get that gig when I'm just a lyricist? Oh man, what is the guy's name? I sort of want to. I don't know it. Elton John and Elton John's writing partner. Bernie Taupin. He's an English-American lyricist, best known for his long-term collaboration with Elton John, having written the lyrics to most of John's songs. That to me is amazing. Like, I wrote this music, write something for it. What is the song about? Is it happy? Is it sad? No, I just write something for it. Okay. We're not going to sit down shoulder to shoulder while you play. No? Oh, okay. Made him a gazillionaire. God bless him. So do we want to see some about, let's pull up Tobin here and just read a little bit about him. All right. So Bernie Taupin, let's do this bigger. English Elton John having written the lyrics of most of John's songs. In 1967, Taupin answered an advertising place in UK's music paper, New Musical Express by Liberty Records, a company that was seeking new songwriters. John responded to the same advertisement, and they were brought together, collaborating on many projects since. Taupin and John were inducted into the songwriter. Just answer that ad in the newspaper. That is just fucking amazing. Okay, so if he's born in southern Lincolnshire, why is he in American Southern England, the son of Daphne Nicourt and Robert Taupin? His paternal grandparents were French. Okay, Taupin's father was educated in Dijon. Okay, in the Sac. Taupin's mother worked as Switzerland. Okay, the family mother. Okay, so I guess he just moved to America and became an American citizen. Decided to hand and the farming family moved to Malkin Farm, North Lincolnshire. All right, he was 11 at this point. How did he get to be an American? I'm always curious because one of my things that pisses me off is all these rich Europeans flying in with all their money and just setting up shop. I'm just kind of like, oh, that is not good. Unlike his older brother, Tony, who attended grammar schools, Taupin was not a diligent student. Yeah, most people aren't diligent students. Collaboration with Elton John. Taupin, should we make this larger so people can see it? There you go. Let's put them on slow. Taupin's mother had studied French literature and maternal grandfather John Leonard Paulshit Poppycourt was a classic teacher and graduated the University of Cambridge. They instilled in him an appreciation for nature, literature, narrative poetry, both of which influenced his. Okay. Collaborated with Elton John. Taupin was answering advertising plays in the New Musical Liberty Records news for Elton John. It's amazing how random life is sometimes, right? But you got to do the work, right? You meet a cool dude, you guys get along. You know, the work is good. The other person likes it. Your work, you like their work. You know, why would you muck that up with nonsense? And people always muck it up with drama. Like, you don't need the drama. Elton sealed the envelope. Hold it. Elton told the man behind the desk that he could not write lyrics. So the man handed Elton John that sealed envelope from the pile of people submitting lyrics, which he opened on the London Underground ride home. The envelope contained poems by Taupin. The duo had collaborated on more than 30 albums to date. That is just a great fucking story. All right. Where am I? Here I am. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, exactly. That is fate. That is the cosmos Destiny and Fate sitting across the table, all three of them going, what about these two? I like these two together. How are we going to get them together? I don't know. Bus, Subway? I don't know. Anybody looking for a job? Oh, yeah, here's a job advertisement. Yeah, send them both to that. Right? Man, it's, and how do you get that job now? I'm a lyricist. And then you just show up with your poems. And here's the thing. People aren't looking at your poems going, oh, these are horrible, get out. They're just going, we'll give them to any of these songwriters. Maybe they'll like them. It's really a better way to do it versus you guys look good together, right? Ants and Ag get hooked up with a #1 pianist. Exactly. Exactly. Wow. And they're still together. That's one thing the Brits do that Americans don't. The British bands and workers stay together, but there's a lot of American musicians where you're like, I'm going off on my own, right? Everybody always, there are no great American bands that last 30 years, right? Who do you got for me? The Eagles, they broke up like 6 times, right? Who else? Well, the Beatles broke up famously. But on the American side, who do we have? Fleetwood Mac broke up a dozen times. And now on tour again. ZZ Top. That's right. ZZ Top did not break up. They've been around forever. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I never thought about that. You're absolutely right. They were always a good, cohesive group. They were rude or die. Oh, they were ride or die. Okay. Yeah, and what's his name just passed away. I want to ZZ. I remember first time watching MTV and looking at them. I was like, what is this? She's got legs. Yeah. Dusty Hill, remembered by Dusty Hill, ZZ Top bassist with the legendary beard, dies at 72. Good Lord, stop that. So we're going to read a little of his bio because he's a consequential individual in the music world. And he's got a consequential band. ZZ Top is an American rock band formed in 1969. Good job. Vocalist and pianist. That's 50 plus years. Guitarist Billy Gibson for 51 years. The band comprised Gibson, drummer Frank Beard, who famously didn't have a beard, and bassist Dusty Hill until Hill's death in 2021. Rooted in blues, ZZ Top developed a signature sound based on Gibson's blues guitar style. Hill and Beard's rhythm section, popular for its live performance, sliding him. Man, and that's the original format of a band was 3 people. It was set up by Buddy Holly, right? Buddy Holly came up with this. It was the drummer, it was the rhythm guitarist, and the lead guitarist. And the lead singer played lead, oddly enough, which was hard to do. And then somewhere around it switched to him playing rhythm because it was easier for him to keep up. I think that was why. But yeah, the original rock band layout is 3 dudes, a drummer, bassist, and a lead guitarist. But back then it might have not been a bassist, it might have been 2 guitarists. And now you've got like 9 people in your band. Yeah, ZZ Top performed after the demise of Moving Sidewalks, Gibson's previous band. Within a year, the band members signed with London Records, released ZZ Top's first album in 1971, subsequently released 3 Amigos, Tres Hombres, Fandango, La Grange, Tush, Worldwide Tour. Yeah. Past members. Style, let's get to it. The Guardian describes ZZ Top as part traditional, part contrary, and part of the deep seam of Texas weirdness that stretched from the 13th floor elevator through to the Butthole Surfers. I remember the Butthole Surfers who got famous and had to change their name because it wouldn't look good on the marquee. So they became the BH Surfers. I was just kind of like, okay. As a kind of double act, looking similar and employing simple stage choreography that Hill describes as low energy, high impact. Billy Gibson, guitar lead and backing vocals, 69 to present. There he is. Guitar lead and backing vocals. Frank Beard, drum, percussion, backing vocals, 69 to present. Touring guest Jeff Beck, who's a monster, God bless him. Yeah, former members, drummer 69, drummer 69, 69. Yeah, so these guys haven't been in the band for 50 years, but they still get a shout out. 70 to 21 passed away, right? That's what you want. You know how tight you must be with these people, how your friendship must, I mean, 50 years of playing together, talking together, shooting the crap together, feeling good or bad about your days together, and not going, I don't need you. I'm a giant big star and I'm going on. You know, sometimes it's like, I hate to keep using the family, but you would have to do something incredibly bad to get kicked out of my family, right? And that makes sense. But while you're in the family, but in the family, you don't cause mayhem and chaos, right? And some people just cause mayhem and chaos every place. And what we used to say is, don't bring that shit home, right? Don't bring the nonsense to your parents' door. He had to stop tour from hip complication and then pass away. Did he? My thumb's actually fat this morning. Yeah. Rush is another. Rush is another good band. Let's look up Rush, who's got another good long history, right? Oh, good Lord, my typing is horrendous. Oh. Music. Thank you, Rush Music Group. I guess Rush is also a music label. Canadian rock, yeah, they're Canadian. They're not American. 1968, considering of Geddy Lee, bass, vocals, keyboard, and composer Alex Lifeson, guitar and composer Neil Peart. Why do I know that name, Neil Peart? Drum, percussion, lyricist. After formation 68, the band went through several configurations before arriving at its classic power trio. Yeah. Peart died of glioblastoma, a type of brain cancer, at the age of 67. What's their discography? Sales, performance, philanthropy, personal time, discography. Okay, concert tours. Look at this discography. They released some 2 in 1 year. Those are people who love making music and not so mad about being rich and famous. Look, 91 and 93. They're getting older here. 3 years between this one, 96 to 2002. So that's 6 years between that one. 5 years between this one. 7 to 12 is 6 years. So they didn't go much past 5 or 6 years without a release every 2. This one came, man, yeah, they must have been fucking prolific. Oh, I thought I had this up on screen. I was Rush performed in 2004. Alex Lifeson, Geddy Lee, and Neil Peart. Oh, really? Yeah, I like all bands that I see live all of a sudden better, right? It's sort of like you baking into your memory. Um, yeah. Do we want to put this up? Oh boy, come on, man. I wonder who are some of the bands who Rush ranked 88th in U.S. with sales of 25 million album. Industry sources estimate their total worldwide album sales at over 40 million. As of 2005, Rush has been awarded 14 platinum, 3 multi-platinum albums in the U.S., plus 17 platinum albums in Canada. Rush was nominated for 7 Grammys, won several Juno Awards, and won an International Achievement Award. And then SOCAN, Society of Composers, Authors, and Music Publishers of Canada. The band was inducted in the Canadian Music Hall of Fame in 1994 and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2013. Wow. What is there? Moving Pictures, Snake and Arrows, Vapor Trails, Years, album debut, synthesizer orientation, return to guitar oriented sound and hiatus, reputation and legacy. Look at that fucking logo, is iconic. Rush. Always sort of the Starman logo created by Houston first appeared on the back cover 2112. I'm doing some fast scanning since I'm not going to read the whole thing. An Oberheim OBX synthesizer as used by Geddy Lee on the album Moving Pictures and Signals. Neil Peart began incorporating Simmons' electronic drums beginning with Grace Under Pressure in 1984. Wow, they adopted technology. Nice. A lot of people are afraid about their sound and all this stuff. What is this? Reputation and legacy. More than 4 years of activity has provided Rush with an opportunity for musical diversity across their discography. And that is a really good sentence. More than 4 years of activity has provided Rush with opportunity for musical diversity across their discography. As there's many bands known for experimentation, changes have inevitable results in dissent among critics and fans. The bulk of bands' music have always included synthetic instruments. Synthetic instruments has always included synthetic instruments. Where is it? Did I miss it? Okay, here we are. No, I think I went the wrong way. Come on. Oh, good Lord, where's this thing? You make the font bigger, then you lose your space and all this. Tour to first death. Okay, we should be below this. Music featured influence, style, reputation, and legacy. Here we are. For musical, more than 4 years of activity has provided Rush with opportunity for musical diversity across their discography. Sounds like a rhyme. Has been a source of concern among fans and critics, especially the band's heavy usage of synthesizing keyboards from the 1980s, particularly on albums Grace Under Pressure, Power Windows, and Hold Your Fire. Members of Rush have noted either love Rush or hate Rush. People, there you go. Resulting in strong detractors and intensely loyal fan base. The Rolling Stones record guy called it the Power Boogie Band for the 16 magazine graduating class. All right, so, well, yeah, let's get this back to normal. Live performances. The members of Rush shared a strong work ethic designed to accurately create songs from the album when played live performance. I respect that. I really do, because I've been to performances where people did not sound anywhere near like the song. I was like, yeah. So I guess I don't mind if you're going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Experimental, but not at the concert. I want to hear the stuff that's on the CD that I bought. He's one of the most talented drummers. Wow. ZZ Top. I don't know what happens to the band now. I mean, their look was incredible. I mean, this look is fucking incredible. She's got legs. She knows how to use. I mean, look at this. Look at this drum set. This drum set is cool as fuck. Of course, you can't click on it. Yeah, even the guitar are color coordinated. Got the chrono over here, just in case. Some water, just in case, with the labels covered in black tape. Good job, guys. No free advertising. Corona, good job. Oh, look. A pick, I don't even know what these things are called. But look at this guitar. It's like giving you evil look. I love it. This guitar is fucking, oh, look at this mic stand. Wow. Yeah, man. God bless him. ZZ Top, baby. Normally I don't do that. I just, well, collaboration with other artists. In addition to writing for Elton John, Topin has also written lyrics for use by other composers with notable successes, including We Built This City. Really? Which was recorded by Starship and These Dreams. He wrote These Dreams. These dreams go on when I close my eyes. Sort of. No, it's not really. These dreams go on by heart, right? Both of which were collaborated with English composer musician Martin Page. And I tell you, he co-wrote the album From the Inside with Alice Cooper. Claimed by music critics in UK. The influenced British music critic Derek Joe of the UK Sun-Times described the album as being Sgt. Pepper of folk. All right. Willie Nelson and Kid Rock recorded Last Stand in Open Country for Nelson's album The Great Divide. The song was... All right. He's got a solo album. What? Okay. Did I miss something where he played an instrument? I thought it was just him. Okay. Why don't we do this? Copy this. Come here. Put this here. And oh, good Lord. All right. Bernie Taupin, instrument. Play an instrument. He probably plays a middling piano. Play an instrument. Here we go. Can Bernie Taupin play an instrument? John responded to the same advertisement. Yeah, okay, we know. That's not the question asked, though. Vocals. Genres: rock, pop, country. Occupation: visual artist, lyricist, singer, songwriter. Visual artist. Okay. Instrument: vocals. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get that out of there. All right. It's just, man, I wish. Wow. I mean, once you're in that door, you're in that door. Where's my... So we see, I mean, when else am I going to be able to share stuff like that with you? I bet a lot of young people don't know who Bernie Taupin is. Unless he writes something with Beyonce. What would those lyrics sound like? It is going to be hot AF today. Oh, I've been complaining about the weatherman for like 2 weeks now. It was supposed to rain Tuesday. On Monday, I'm sorry, let's get this right. On Thursday, they said it was going to rain. Not yesterday, Thursday, last week, Thursday. They said it was going to rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Saturday rolled around. They said it was going to rain Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Monday rolled around. And they said it was going to rain Friday and Saturday, Thursday and Friday. And now here we are. No rain all week long. It is quite a thing. What is the weather forecast today? These guys make giant cake to be this wrong. Can you imagine? The only people who get to be this wrong are cops. Light rain. All right. Light rain is expected during the day. High will be 88. And when they say during the day, they're talking about 5, 6, and 7 p.m. at night. That's not really during the day. Where's my phone? What does this Apple phone? Because they have a different... Department of State tweeted National Intern Day. Some of this shit don't need to be tweeted. All right, so where are we? Ugh. What's the weather outside?
It's currently clear and 81 degrees.
Excuse me. It's going to rain today.
It doesn't look like it's going to rain today.
It doesn't look like it's going to rain. 0% chance. It just told me 30% chance, though, when you look at it. 30% chance of rain. It's not going to rain today. Wow. Now my eyes are beginning to be ridiculous again. All right. So, what have we learned? Maybe you can be a writer if you don't play an instrument. How's your poetry? I mean, is anybody actually, well, people still use other people's lyrics. Excuse me. People still use other people's songs, right? So I can hire you, let's say I hire Rick in chat to play, not to play, but to like write me a song and then it charts, right? So that happens a lot. Uh, Famous collaborations like, yeah, that's what I always thought it was. Like you sit down with your music and you get it out, but now they've carved out all these exceptions. People who are musicians who don't play music, people who are lyricists but don't really sing. I don't know. I wouldn't knock it. Hey, come be a. I need you to write poems on the music that I wrote. Who would knock that? Back in the days of newspapers and newspaper advertisements. Okay. Well, we have been streaming for an hour, 55 minutes, quite frankly. So yeah, so we're gonna shift the show. We're gonna get a better like not formula, a schedule so we can actually do this thing. I think the morning may shift. Maybe there'll likely be one show, but one music show, but we're likely will relaunch over the weeks. Video shows, like they won't be live. Well, I like cooking live. But how many things can you cook live? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We're working it all out. We're not done. This show is not changing Monday, AM, PMs until I figure out what's going on. I'm not going to drop one and with nothing to replace it. Yeah, but we're gonna. What is up with that coffee? I think it's the milk. I think it's the milk. Is the milk bad? Here, taste this. Something my brother used to do when we were kids. I'm not gonna drink it if the milk is bad, you idiot. Is the milk bad or not? You don't need a second opinion on it. I wrote everyone a hero just from seeing another band play. Okay. And you worked on that song. Get on that SoundCloud, ladies and gentlemen. But remember, I keep saying this. This show is about discipline, right? I want to learn music. I'm activating my discipline to learn music, not so much learn guitar. I'm going to be able to sort of pick up anything that's fumble around with it, semi-competently. I'm not going to say I'll write music, right? But who knows? That may happen just because you're trying to learn this. So in picking up your discipline, whatever it is, music, cooking, running, fitness, whatever, back to church, whatever, you're going to have low points. You're going to have to readjust sometimes, like I'm trying to figure out here. But I guess it would be nice to have somebody to bounce this stuff off of, but something tells me that could be problematic. I don't follow celebrity news, but there was this thing that caught my eye about Ashton Kutcher wanted to go to space, and he had a $200,000 ticket to go, and his wife, the actress from that '70s show, I forget her name, was like, no. So then the article I saw was like, she felt bad because she made him sell his ticket because she had just had a baby and she was hormonal. Two things stuck out with me about this. I have met women who were hormonal, and when I say it, they get mad at me. But apparently don't like to be reminded. But you can use it as a defense of yourself of sort of being a bully in your house. So yeah, I hate to say it. It sounds a little sexist, but you got to know if your woman is hormonal and when to ignore her. But having said that, why are you going to space anyway? You got a wife and a little baby, you idiot. It's like, why would you buy a motorcycle if you had a wife? I don't understand some of these things. These are the things that shrink your odds. Have you tried almond milk? It saves fresh long and doesn't make me fart. Okay. Almond milk. I haven't tried almond milk. What I need to do is just get away from the coffee. Yeah, I need to give the coffee a break. But what do you like? What do you drink other than tea that's warm, right? And has caffeine that can wake you up? I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, and I've given it up before for like 3 years, 4 years. So I can give it up again. But I would just like to have something to replace it by. And I actually looked and there really isn't anything. So maybe I just have to go without. Stop missing, my eyes. Stop missing that thing that you're supposed to give up, because then you have to break ties with it. Then you'll be back to it like a ex-boyfriend or something. That John Cusack movie where I'm standing outside the Starbucks with a radio wanting a cup of coffee. Oh my goodness. So we have been streaming for an hour. It is a minute or two after 8 a.m. here in the northern hemisphere. This little planet spinning through the void, circling the sun, which is also shooting through the void. For all we know, we're gonna bump into our neighbors, our cosmic neighbors. That'd be awesome. But what kind of music would they play? I love science fiction. It's always about aliens coming down and either beating us up or rarely though becoming friends with aliens. But there's very few where you meet an alien that is like an animal and it's like an infestation that likes tasty humans lands here. So I've seen 2 of those recently. One is Chris Pratt is on Amazon about, I think it's called Future War or something, where they go to war. People from the future come back to get them to fight essentially a bug infestation on the planet, which I thought was interesting. Then there was another one, I think also on Amazon, it might be on Netflix, but also on Amazon, where a meteorite hits Earth and it makes little bugs go really big, right? So the little beetle that might, like ladybug that may land on you, will be as big as a semi-truck. Like aphids will eat you. Caterpillars are now as big as a train and they will eat you. So people begin living like in secure bunkers underground. But some things burrow in, right? Worms will burrow in and eat you. So I was like, this is a really interesting concept. It takes you from being an apex predator to just another creature on the planet. Let's see how smart you are, right? Can you survive if you as big as an aphid to to an ant, right? Yeah, a lot of weird stuff is going on. Also read in the paper how a grizzly bear, the word was devoured. See if I can find this. Devoured a hiker while the other hikers ran for their lives. I was like, well, yeah, obviously run for your lives. But this is the second time, I think like 2 weeks, a grizzly bear ate somebody who was out camping. A lot of people who did not get vaccinated and are in hospice, and people are going, look at this guy. This is what he deserved. We're going to talk a little politics. That is the American media trying to scare you into something. It does this all the time. I'm vaccinated. I would suggest you do it, but I can't make you. Like I said yesterday, America has the Bill of Rights. America government cannot make you get vaccinated. It really can't. American government does whatever the fuck it wants, sadly. But it's not supposed to make you. But again, the place is a hot shit show. You should want to get vaccinated, but you've made these people so some people can get elected to office, and they've been around for 50 years at a minimum. talking about I don't have to do X, Y, or Z. Some of these titles. Oh, boy. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find this article about the bear eating this lady, which was sad. Don't tread on me as I tread on everybody else. Capitol approves $2 billion in emergency spending for the Capitol security. That's essentially giving you $2 billion to protect yourselves from the population. I mean, they were incompetent. You just gave them $2 billion to protect you because you realize we need them to protect us. So what is $2 billion going to get you in that super small agency? Let's see how many people are part of the Capitol Police. Let's do this. Let's put this over here. Here we go. We're losing a video image because this is what it is. How many cops are in the DC Metro Police Department? How many DC police officers are there? 3,841 police officers, Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia. 3,841 cops. All right. How many cops are in the Capitol Police? How many cops are in the two different police departments, by the way, Capitol Police Department. DC Metro is like 2,300 officers. So you jam the boat and they have a budget of $460 million. You could give each of those cops, oh my God. And now you just gave them $2 billion. What are they going to do? Get a helicopter? DC is a no-fly zone. I mean, what are you going to do with $2 billion? What are you going to do with it? Give yourself a bigger office, buy more cars? I don't even know what you're going to do with it. I'm pretty sure you can probably build a pool or something. But at the end of the day, that's not what the money's for, right? For security. How are you going to secure the Capitol? It's supposed to be secured in the first place. And if it wasn't, maybe this thing should be about firing people versus how they were the victim of the American society, American citizen. Not all of them, just some. And I would like to remind you, not everybody fought the Revolutionary War either. Some people just woke up in a different country and were like, what happened? Oh, all right, well, whatever, which is fine. Just know who's doing what and why. Everything in my news is about fucking celebrities. That right there is a sign to me of the weakness of the place. What if I just want the news? Celebrities in sports. Los Angeles judge dismisses 1 of 11 counts against Harvey Weinstein, but allows prosecutors to amend it. Man, I don't know. People are going to be homeless. The eviction moratorium also saw rescind. I mean, who? Oh, well. A CDC says people should wear masks in 70% of the country. Okay. Look, no one plays by the rules in America. Not the business people, not the schools or the hospitals or anything. Now you need people to play by the rules. But you've trained them to go, fuck the rules. I'm in America. I don't need to follow the rules. It's really a funny position you put yourself in with this. Here it is. Revealed she regrets making Ashton Kutcher sell his $200,000 ticket to space because she was selfish and hormonal. Doesn't he get props? He did it. He loves you. He did it. You wanted him to do it. He did it. Give that man props. Whew. But again, I don't really care about celebrity weddings or marriages or kids or any of that bullshit. Where is my news? Only if I could fucking sue these people for lack of news in my news feed. Jobless claims declined last week. Okay. Yeah, all right. I can't find any of what I'm looking for. All right, sorry about that. I thought I could find something interesting, but I couldn't. It's almost fell over. We've been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes. I guess we're gonna wrap this up in 5 minutes so we can all get to work. Remember, we'll be here at 6 p.m. tonight. Hopefully with a plan. And we're gonna play some guitar, shoot the smoke. I'm telling you, I get home and I do this, like I play early. I just don't put it on stream. By the time I get this little song done, it'll probably be another month. I was talking to my homie. He was like, it takes about two weeks to learn a song. I was like, 2 weeks? But he's got decades behind him with guitar and music, right? So I think it'll probably take him a day or so to learn a song. And I think he was trying to be kind with me to go give yourself 2 weeks to learn a song. And I was like, 2 weeks? And I want to play the 2 or 3 chords I know down at the beach, right? So I can get to the beach at like 3 and play, tape something, come back and air it here, versus going, okay, guys, I'm going to put you guys on my phone. We're going to be live. We're going to drive down to the beach. And if I'm driving, I can't read the chat. For all I know, it might be Rosario Dawson telling me that my guitar playing is awesome. I get a lot of celebrities who roll in through here. But I have to block them all because normally they're throwing shade. So yeah. Thanks, Rick. Let's put that up. I need a win. But like I said, man, it's only been a month in, and I'm proud that I even do this because I couldn't do it a month ago. So God only knows where I'm gonna be able to be in like 6 months. That's why I don't want to end this. It's just the 2 days are killing me. I planned it like I was still 30, essentially. So I may have to start adjusting my age to what's going on here. Always mess up the transition. Yeah, I think what I need to practice instead is A, E, A. Oh no, A, E, A, C, A. It's like from the A to the down to the D. From the A to the D, up to the E. A to E, A to D's, A to E's, A to D's, and then swap stuff in there. Just 2 fingers. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing these 4, and my hand. These 4. I'm embarrassed about my eczema on my palms, but I do these 3. But the eczema always goes away when I give up coffee. I don't know. Take care of your body, people. There's nothing wrong with you. That's wrong. It's this. All right. All right. Enough of that. Apparently, I'm hitting all the wrong notes on this guitar. I must need a new guitar because this one is full of wrong notes. It's a poor, what is it? It's a poor craftsman that blames his tools, right? Yeah, poor craftsman blaming tools here. You are using all the. Thanks, man. So, but man, like I said, I think we're going to keep the Sunday and Saturday lineup unless, some super interesting thing happens. Because, man, we spend a whole lot of time kicking it. And I'm going to get a call-in mechanism to this thing. Thanks, man. Do you really? You're not just saying that to be cool, right? I mean, my head is swelling over here. I might run down and and put in for that advertisement where I can write songs for rappers. Would you imagine? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I want to like this. I super like that. It's super good to get super feedback that's super positive. I've had a couple of people stop showing up because I had to tell one dude, I appreciate your input, but you got to be a little more diplomatic in how you say stuff. Nobody wants you yelling at them to do stuff like they're your kid. I have to find, and a lot of this was trying to get my fingers to the place without looking at the fretboard, which I think I'm better at now. But I think I still suck at placement. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So no screaming in the chat. Yeah, I had to put one guy on a timeout. I was like, I'm not banning anybody, but a timeout is good for you. Then he went away. And I felt bad about it, but I think some people just have bad days when they show up. And the internet gives you this weird sense of, the internet is like road rage. Like, it's the idea that you're in your car and you're like, how dare he do this to me in my environment, And it's like, it's the car and it's on the road. Like I told the story about that guy in the yellow Mustang, all right? In a land of guns, and that whole show was about me going, I'm glad I didn't have a gun because it's ridiculous. And then rushing it through our heads about what could we have done differently to avoid that knucklehead. And we realized we couldn't have done anything differently, right? He chased us down and caught us at a red light and was a moron. And I told him, dude, in the land of guns, you need to get away from me. But I was mad with myself because he caught me on my blind side. Well, he walked up. Well, we were at a red light. You don't expect me to walk up to you at a red light at a busy intersection or a 4-lane car intersection. And he walked up. He was behind me 4 cars and 1 lane over. And yeah, I would have had to be looking in my rearview mirrors to see him coming. And I wasn't expecting him to show up. Some people seem to feel the need to control everything, and there is a line between good advice and encroaching on someone. Yeah, exactly. Do it my way, kind of like, the more I look up this stuff, people have different fingering styles. So I'm like, I'm feeling less bad if I don't do it exactly the way they want me to do it, and I come up with my own way of doing it, as long as that way of doing it isn't detrimental down the line. You know what I mean? So I ran through a couple of those. I was doing A's with 2 fingers. And I was like, oh, this is easy. But then I needed all of these fingers in here. And I was like, oh. And also, it's just easier to. So I sort of stopped doing the 2 things, but I can still do it. Right? That's my A. But when I do A with 3 fingers, it's always worse. So I figure when I learn, I've got 2 A's. Suggestion versus demand is all the difference in how a person consumes knowledge. Yeah. You don't want to make it an issue because it stops being about the thing you're trying to teach them and begins to be more about personalities and why I don't like guitar because that guy yells at me. When you could have learned guitar if you just didn't yell at that person. Or we all learn slightly differently, and that's the thing. And that should be respected. Yes. Speaking of, exactly. I'm finally getting some well-learned calluses. Excuse me. Well-learned calluses. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Rick, man. We have to cruise out. When is your show? Everybody, please Rick Bozart. Swing by, see what he's got on his program. Good stuff. I want to thank everyone who came through and hung out with us today. We've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. Goes like that in the morning times. We got to get ready for work. And I would say get ready for the night show, but we sort of wing this stuff. There will be a show tonight, just like there will be a show tomorrow night and the day after that. We're going to probably adjust this thing in like 2 weeks. Like we're shooting for show number 50, right? So that's really like 8 days, 2 shows a day, 16 shows. And after that, we'll come up with a plan, which will be mid-August. We've been shooting from mid-August anyway. Thanks, man. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all of you being here. Let's like this. Ooh, nice. Send me an invite. Send me a notification, rather. But all right, everyone, let's get it done. I have to be out of this house in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to make maybe a peanut butter jelly sandwich and get it moving. We've been streaming for an hour and 21 minutes. I will see you in the next one, which is tonight. Thanks, Rick. Have a good morning. Everybody, have a good weekend if I don't see you tonight or tomorrow morning or Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon for that matter. Have a good weekend. From me and Rick, peace out to you guys. Take care all.